श्री राधा भगवान की, श्री गौरंगाय भगवान की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Thank you everyone for joining us in the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, and specifically Gajendra Moksha, Pastime of Gajendra attaining Godhead. And we'll continue our study, Canto 8, Chapter 3 and Text 11 onwards. It's very encouraging to see everyone assembled in the temple room and continue to bless us in the study of Srimad Bhagavatam and overall in the practice of Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is a Srimad Bhagavatam, overall Krishna consciousness is Prem Bhakti Prasud, Prem Bhakti Udgar and Updesh, meaning the origin of love from the spiritual world altogether, the origin of love, and helps us understand how to express love, the expression of love, how to receive love and how to give love, and how to be in a loving relationship. And beautiful instructions for us to be in this loving relationship. Entire Krishna consciousness, as we have been discussing and we understand as well, it is knitted with this word, philosophy, culture and etiquette. So the overall philosophical basis of Krishna consciousness doesn't matter theist or atheist. Everyone in this world lives by some philosophy. Even a child, say, lives by some philosophy. We cannot live without philosophy as such, and then culture and etiquette part of it. But the backbone of culture and etiquette has to be philosophical understanding. So, in overall, in Krishna consciousness culture, although it may seem like okay, it is Indian or Indian culture, Indian thing, but it is anything but Indian as such. I mean, what is Indian? It is just a material concept, no? Material meaning mundane concept, then body-based concept, time, place, identity-based concept. Krishna consciousness, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam is completely non-sectarian. Krishna is non-sectarian. Krishna is not a Hindu god. Krishna is God, and God is not like Hindu god, Christian god, or Muslim god, or this god or that god. God is God, and us, we are part and parcels of Krishna. So we study Srimad Bhagavatam in the light, in the teachings given by Srila Rupa Goswami, in the parampara of our acharyas, mm, the process of Krishna consciousness initiated, opened up actually by uh, Mahaprabhu in this Kali Yuga, the associates of Mahaprabhu and the loving disciples of Mahaprabhu, Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. And as we understand, love and humility are synonymous actually. Sanatana Goswami describes this in Brihad Bhagavata that love and humility are synonymous. And wonderful the expression actually. We are short of time and will always be short of time. But just when Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami meets Mahaprabhu, so Shakar Malik and Dabir Khas, their name as they changed their name as they were working in the ministerial department of Muslim rulers in India at that point in time. And Mahaprabhu gave them the names Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Rup and Sanatan. And when they met Mahaprabhu, they demonstrated such humility on another occasion as well, that Mahaprabhu told them that Rupa Sanatan, give up this humility of yours. Your humility is breaking my heart. So Krishna consciousness is what it is, the highest joy in life. Like many aspects, there is no higher joy in life than speaking about Krishna, Krishna Katha, uh, speaking about Krishna, and there is no higher joy in life than listening about Krishna in the association of devotees. So when we speak and listen about Krishna, that is when we find ultimate nourishment, ultimate happiness in the association of like-minded devotees. Like-minded meaning those devotees carrying the same mood of devotional service in Krishna consciousness. Then it is so sublime, very sweet. So there is no higher joy in life than hearing about Krishna, knowing about Krishna. And the highest joy in life is if we can know someone meaning know devotees, know Vaishnavas, know the heart of Guru Maharaj and know Krishna. If we can touch Krishna's heart, if we can make a place in Krishna's heart, we are there in Krishna's heart. It's an eternal bond between us and Krishna. But this process is again revival of that eternal bond, attaining our original consciousness. That back to Godhead, Prabhupada says, now we have actually traversed a long way in the opposite direction of Godhead. So Prabhupada is encouraging us, okay, now take a U-turn, turn around and go back to Godhead. You have come a long way, but in a wrong or opposite direction. So this entire practice of Krishna consciousness, if somehow or other by the blessing of Guru Maharaj, if we can so touch the heart of Krishna, and furthermore, if we can melt the heart of Krishna. Na? So in order to melt the heart of Krishna, and whenever we say Krishna, we mean Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna is obvious. Is obvious. Rather to be even more clear and specific, our acharyas, they all did Raganuga Bhakti. The Bhakti which we are performing is Raganuga only. Krishna Bhakti is Raganuga by nature. And our acharyas, they did, they took shelter of Srimati Radharani and they aspired and they attained as well the survivorship of Srimati Radharani. Priya Kinkari, Priya Dasika, Priya Sakhi of Srimati Radharani. And that is what we as well, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, following in the footsteps of our acharyas, should aspire. Actually, we cannot do bhakti like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. We cannot even imagine Jiva Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur. We cannot imagine the bhakti our acharyas did. And also within the parampara, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. The bhakti they have done, they are doing. We cannot imagine and we cannot match, and that is not the ask as well to match it up. But the only thing is, if we can glorify their mood, if we can glorify their bhakti, if we can glorify, if we can appreciate, if we can atmasat means with wholeheartedness. If we can pray, cry, desire, hanker for that mood, utmost appreciation for that mood, if we can build it without any tinge of self-centeredness, without any motive, any other motive, ulterior motive, and definitely no motive of name, fame, or anything of that sort, without any cunning, hidden, ulterior motive, without any self-centeredness in one word. If we can truly fall in love with their devotion, with their mood. And that is the teachings our Acharya has given us to follow in their footsteps. That is what following in the footsteps mean. To appreciate, to admire their mood, to really fall in love with their mood and to pray for their mercy to imbibe that mood. So with this hope, aim, prayer, aspiration, desire, somewhat hankering, somewhat longing, mm, we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam, and honestly very thankful for your kind cooperation, friendship, encouragement, tolerance, and acceptance, and acknowledge there is tremendous lack of knowledge. So continue blessing us, please. So we'll continue from text 11. And need not wait as such for a moment for question and answer. Anytime if you have any hesitation, question and answer, or anything to add or share, kindly do. Just don't leave the room in between. Stay around, but anytime if you have any question and answer, then kindly do. Sattvena pratilabhyaya naiskramyena vipaschita. I will just do Sanskrit for this, and rest I think we'll continue with translation only. We are short of time, and we will always be short of time. And also, I must acknowledge my limitation also in the sense, even if I've given more time, I don't think so I can ever. There's always going to be a lack of knowledge, admittedly, but as long as if I can be somewhat chaste, loyal, and of course pertinent to the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, again under the teachings of Mahaprabhu, that we can never afford to lose sight of. There are many wonderful devotees, many wonderful personalities, many wonderful saints in all tradition, in so many spiritual traditions and all, very inspiring saints and gurus, Mahatmas, sadhus, sons, and all. Somewhat philosophy is not at all in line with Krishna consciousness, somewhat actually very dubious philosophy, very hodgepodge messed up, very unclear philosophy, not true and all. Some good, yeah, everything. But we take learnings from wherever, sure. But our loyalty, our loyalty, fidelity, chastity is to our parampara, is to Srila Prabhupada, to the parampara, to Srila Gurudev, that thing, to the teachings of Mahaprabhu. So with that understanding, we continue. Satvena pratilabhyaya neskarmyena vipaschita nama kevalyanathaya nirvana sukha samvide. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is realized by pure devotees who act in the transcendental existence of Bhakti Yoga. He is the bestower of uncontaminated happiness and is the master of the transcendental world. Therefore, I offer my respect unto him. So, as we understand, once upon a time there was this elephant, Gajendra, the king of the elephant, actually. And once upon a time in Trikutta mountain, amazing, beautiful mountain. So we see the description of such beautiful mountain, the beauty of this material world, certainly beautiful, uh, but it loses its charm, it loses its shine, because it is not natural. Na? Krishna says na, in Bhagavad Gita, na tad bhasyate suryo, na shashanko, na pavaka, yad gatva na nivartante, tad dhama paramam mama. So Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita 15.6, and very beautiful for us to um, a beautiful um, revelation knowledge Krishna is revealing to us about the spiritual world. That na tad bhasyate suryo, that abode, supreme abode of mind is not illumined by sun. Bhasyate suryo, na tad bhasyate suryo, na sashanka, na pavaka, neither by moon nor by fire or electricity. Yad gatva, once attained, yad gatva, once we attain, yad gatva na nivartante, na nivartante, one never returns. Yad gatva na nivartante, tad dhama paramam mama. This material world is also a dham of Krishna, of course. Every nook and corner is the property of Krishna. Prabhupada writes in the purport. Beautiful Prabhupada writes in this purport, I think second paragraph towards the end, last sentence or somewhere. Second paragraph, last sentence or somewhere, yeah, that one should be captivated by such information. Krishna is giving us this promise, Krishna is giving us this revelation that come to my supreme abode. Yad gatva na nivatante. Once we attain any Vaikuntha planet, na nivartante, tad dhama paramamama. So every uh, land, say, every space, time, everything is Krishna's property. Every nook and corner is Krishna's property. But what is the speciality of spiritual world? It is self-effulgent. It is natural. It is pure, uncontaminated. Like it says, like in this current translation, uncontaminated happiness. That is an uncontaminated realm. Pure happiness. Everything self-effulgent. It doesn't need any maintenance. No, here we need so much of maintenance, so much of everything, but nothing like that in there. So yad gatva na nivartante. And what is the supremacy of that abode? Even though this world is Krishna's abode only, but what is the supremacy of Krishna's home, say, the spiritual world? Having once attained, one never returns, one never falls down. Once taken shelter, and spiritual world means taking the complete shelter of Krishna. And once taken shelter of Krishna, one cannot leave Krishna. One does not, one cannot. Krishna also does not leave. Sing is only from Brahma Jyoti, wherein one has not taken shelter of Krishna. Okay, so when again Krishna happens, fine, get into the material world and again fall into the material world and rise again, say. But the very fact that we are here is because we have never been there or we have not made it yet. So this is the promise Krishna gives us in Bhagavad Gita. And same Gajendra is going to attain, or Gajendra is going to, yes, attain blissfully. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is realized by pure devotees who act in the transcendental existence of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means loving devotional service. Wholeheartedly loving Krishna without again any motive or again any ulterior desire and all. Of course, that doesn't mean that we become desireless. Like from Bhagavad Gita and overall Krishna consciousness, we understand the real desirelessness is to dovetail our desire with the desire of Krishna. That is ultimate desirelessness. That no other desire other than pleasing Guru and Gaurang. That thing. Like we once in our study of Bhagavad Gita or maybe Nectar of Instruction, we discussed this, I think, Bhagavad Gita. How would we define a straight line, say? Or how would we define a line, say? Can I say a line is a connection of points, dots connected? You connect dots and all, okay, and that forms a line. And what is the speciality of straight line? That all the dots, connected dots, are going in one direction only. A bit of a loose translation, perhaps, but say something, maybe at least it satisfies my simple mindset. All of the connected dots are going in one direction only. So within our existence, there are so many connecting dots. What? My mind, my intelligence, my desire, my thoughts, my ego. I think so many connecting dots there in my own existence. I say something, I act something, I think something. But when it is all these connecting dots are channelized in one direction, towards the pleasure of Guru and Gaurang, that is Krishna consciousness. And this is what Gajendra is doing here now. He realized that I belong to Krishna and I must take shelter of none but Krishna. And as he's calling out, saying all these prayers, he's getting even more purified, and we'll see furthermore. And in these prayers, he is calling out to Vishnu. Although, like we see his prayers so far and even further ahead, like we'll notice, he isn't definitely mentioning any demigods, Devi Devta, no. And nor is he specifically mentioning Vishnu, Narayan, but he's calling out the qualities. Next question. So the question is, real desirelessness is if it is being in one line with Krishna, all our thoughts, desires, activities, everything for the pleasure of Guru and Gaurang. And Gajendra here is offering very transcendental prayers, very sweet, elevated prayers, complete in the mode of pure goodness. And there is no mention of Gajendra Gurus, but for us, we definitely need a spiritual master. Now, before attaining a spiritual master, how can we make sure that our desires are properly aligned in that one direction with Krishna? We are never pure. We can never be pure enough. Even if like we get blessed by a spiritual master, say, and we continue practicing Krishna consciousness till our last physical breath, I don't think so. We can never ascertain or even claim, definitely does not fit in the practice of Krishna consciousness, that I've become pure enough or I'm very pure, say no. So even if we are blessed by a spiritual master, we can never be that pure enough. And if so is the case with this desirelessness. But surely in good association practicing Krishna consciousness, we can see ourselves with the potency of holy name, with the potency of japa and with the potency of prasadam, and overall engaging in Krishna consciousness by reading, hearing, chanting, services and all, we can see a shift in our consciousness, a change in our consciousness, a change in our lifestyle altogether, our desires and everything, our aims, aspirations. And this change would be revolutionary in itself, very revolutionary. So this change in itself quite revolutionary, which means anyways we are aligning and dovetailing our life in Krishna consciousness. And the fruit of all this japa, reading, hearing, chanting, whatever we do, it is to take Guru Padashaya as in shelter of a spiritual master. And the fruit of bhakti towards spiritual master, it is Guru Bhakti only which will give us Krishna Bhakti. But the fruit of all of this is to develop loving sentiments towards spiritual master, to develop loving attachments towards spiritual master. And then it doesn't end there. It is a continuous process. And from there, it is Guru Bhakti which will give us Krishna Bhakti. So even if we don't have we are not, say, perhaps aspiring as such, we are praying, we might be praying, but if we have not received yet good revelation, still we cannot deny that what has come across in our life is not revolutionary enough for us to continue. Hmm? And still we can acknowledge, no? We can tell to ourselves that still, wow, look what a wholesome transformation has happened in my life. And we don't know what more is there. We don't know. Ultimately, we desire to attain Radha Dasyam, but we don't know what it is, or even in theory, say. What we are, if we actually study the teachings of Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Chaitamrita, what we should be desiring, and it will be like a dream. Just a question, something on the question related only. Can we tell someone, okay, bless you to be a devotee, or wish that he becomes a devotee? What can we say? Can we can we say to someone, say our friend, family member, someone, we distributed books, we had a good interaction and all? Can we tell the person, oh, I bless you to become a devotee, or I wish you become a devotee? Why not bless you to become a devotee? Why wish? Maria says we don't have that authority. Okay. Any other thoughts or anything? Tell you something, becoming a devotee, at least speaking for myself, it's a wishful thinking. It's a tremendous wishful thinking. Becoming a devotee. And what to speak of blessing someone? Na? We are seekers of blessing. We want to be blessed. And Krishna can use us as an instrument, provided we are allowing Krishna to use us. But as such, as Maria says, we don't have that authority or personally, we don't have that, say, purity or power or any uh, Krishna conscious culture that we can take this much of daring nature, say, audacity that I can tell, okay, bless you to be a devotee. Yeah, we do desire, we do wish someone become a devotee. But this blessing, we should be craving and praying for blessing, but it is not in our, or again, personally speaking, not in my hand to say this. So this is a wishful thinking. But nonetheless, what has occurred in our lives, even so far, in our, say, tiny, little practice of Krishna consciousness, what has occurred so far is not any less revolutionary. And here it says, no, uncontaminated happiness. I don't think so. Before coming into Krishna consciousness, any of us ever wondered what is this uncontaminated happiness, and or we ever experienced that sort of happiness as in our initial days of practicing Krishna consciousness, the happiness we would have come across in our initial days, months, or so even if like we are still not very fine tuned, and I don't think so we can ever think within ourselves that yes, now I'm very fine tuned. And it's a very dangerous thought to carry, that now I'm very fine-tuned, or now I'm very pakka, now I'm very in one line. So even if one does not have a speech, has not been blessed to have a spiritual master yet, say, but as long as we are praying, if we are in good association, surely, naturally, we will pray. And we want to grow, and a stage will come in our life when we hanker, and the joy of giving to someone is the highest joy. And that is how we express and demonstrate our love and feelings, our sincerity somewhat. And then we further become one line. Does this somewhat answer your question? So this is Gajendra making prayers. We continue a bit more and see. See, there's a contrast between Gajendra's prayers, by the way, and the Hare Krishna Mahamantra we chant. Now, if we see very amazing stuti, amazing prayers, transcendental nature only. Uh, but there's a contrast, like in the message of Mahaprabhu and the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, Gajendra Sri or Prahlad Maharaj or whichever say, 10th canto is definitely something too special, too extra special. Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Pastime, and Chaitanya Chaitamrita, what Mahaprabhu has come to give is like beyond imagination. So just very slightly, like we'll see in this shloka which we just read and upcomings as well. Furthermore, I think that we will encounter a lot what nama, like offering obeisances. I offer my respect, I offer my obeisances. But in our Krishna Bhakti, okay, this is a question. Uh, tell me a mantra wherein there is no nama. Wherein there is no jai. We go to Home Sweet Home as well as center in Glasgow, and devotees do their lovely Kirtan program. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Hari Om. And what are the songs? Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So tell me a mantra, like we look into those song sheet, and so many Nama, Om, and Jai, this we'll find. But a mantra wherein there is no Nama, there is no Om, there is no Jai. This is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So the nature of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is far beyond Namo, far beyond offering obeisances, or far beyond like all glories and them sort of thing. It's far beyond awe and reverence. It is purely the utmost Rasik mantra. And in this this Stuti, Gajendra Stuti is very transcendental, no doubt, and tremendously purifying, and such a attitude of prayer, such a mood of prayer and surrender. But the ultimate Rasik mantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the ultimate prayer also in Srimad Bhagavatam, we see the many songs, there are many stutis, Kunti Stuti, Bhishma Stuti, Gajendra Stuti, and quite a few stutis, and quite a few songs as well. But just to say, the ultimate song, the ultimate prayer, the ultimate surrender is the Gopi Geet, the stuti sung by the gopis, the prayer sung by the gopis. Krishna couldn't uh, hold himself appropriately, say, or Krishna just couldn't. Krishna became completely possessed by the prayers of the gopis. Na paryam nirvadya samyujam. Krishna says this beautiful in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, we can read the translation, ultimate translation. Then we'll continue with our Gajendra Stutis. So Krishna says this in 10th canto, 32nd chapter. So in the Rasa Panchadhyaya itself, and text 22. Beautiful Krishna says this one. Na paryaham nirvadya samyujam स्वसाधुक्यम विभूतायुष्यपिवा यामा भजन दुर्जर गेह श्रृंखला संवृक्ष तत्व प्रतियातु साधुना न पायेहम. This is Krishna speaking, that there is no match. I cannot match your surrender, your level of love, commitment. What is this? Nirvadya samyana swaswadhu krityam vibhuda ayusha. Even if you give me the life, a long lifespan of Lord Brahma and all, it is spotless, cannot be matched at all. Yama bhajan durjara geha shrinkala. You gopis, the way you did bhajan of me, na, cutting all these family bonds, ties, and everything, societal norms, rules, and regulations. Actually, someone in a female body has many considerations in a society, even now, any society, Western world, Eastern world, whichever world, there are quite a few considerations. Na? But the gopis, they didn't check for any considerations. The considerations na, in even now we see na, consideration in choosing a school, college, uni, profession, whatnot, and all relationships wise and everything. But they broke off all of these considerations. Yama Vajan Durjara Kehe Shrankala. This bondage, shackles, knot and all. So someone read translation, please.
I am not able to repay my debt for your spotless service. Even within a lifetime of Brahma, your connection with me is beyond reproach. You have worshipped me, cutting off all domestic ties, which are difficult to break. Therefore, please let your own glorious deeds be your compensation.
This is Krishna saying, let your own glorious deeds be your compensation. So actually, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says what? Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam satave bhajamiyam. Right? We all understand. It's very inspiring as well. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that as one surrenders, I reciprocate accordingly. As one worships me, as one surrenders, I reciprocate accordingly. Mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasya. So gopis heard this. Oh wow, this is what Krishna says. As you surrender, reciprocate accordingly. Come on, Krishna, then reciprocate. But he couldn't fulfill this promise. He couldn't match up to the love and devotion and surrender of the gopis, and of course, and amongst the gopis, the Parama gopis, Srimati Radharani. Krishna could not match it up. And so much so, he's still trying to match up. He's still trying to match up. And it is this loving emotion of the gopis, or especially Srimati Radharani, is still trying to match up. And because of her pure, spotless, unparalleled, incessant, uncontaminated, transcendental love altogether, Shyam Sundar turned into Gaur Sundar. And still he's trying to learn. But then we are very short of time, and we'll try to see that. So much so, actually, we see na Chaitanya Charitamrita is a text, honestly, to cry out. So much that we can see just this last one. See, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela in chapter 4, Mahaprabhu's reasons for appearance is very sweetly mentioned. And I think text 124 or can check that let us read the translation only. The translation is tremendously sweet. So it is this loving sentiment only that can capture Krishna. For us, we do not have it. The sooner we realize it, the better it is. We do not have it, but it is a bhav which we can inculcate, which we should desire, cherish, harbor, and it will come about only in good association. Braj Bhakti is Anugatya Bhav, done in Anugatya Bhav. So when we follow, especially Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru, Acharyas in good like-minded association, then it will come on to us. So someone read translation, I think. Krishna says, try Adi Leela 4:124 or 4:121, if that is the one. 1 Adi 4:124 or 4:121. Or if not, then we all can check and read. Which one was that? 4:120. Okay, we can see maybe as no 4:121 or 124. Just from memory, I don't know. I might be wrong. No, this is Adi 124. Adi Lila, chapter 4, text 124. Adi Lila, chapter 4, and text 124. Yes, 124. Yes.
The love of Radhika is my teacher and I am her dancing pupil. Her prema makes me dance various novel dances.
This is who speaking? Krishna speaking. It's worth searching for this shloka. I think it's worth. So he's the pupil. So yeah, and this is Krishna consciousness, Mahaprabhu. We should pray. We should really desire to understand and take on. We are very blessed to be in the devotee association. We are tremendously beyond imagination blessed to be in Kali Yuga, or to be actually in Mahaprabhu's Yuga. No, just see, Krishna told the gopis what? That let your glorious deeds be your compensation. Huh? For us, how can we express the gift we have come across, the blessing we have come across? Definitely, we are experiencing such thrill, joy, and happiness in the practice of Krishna consciousness, which we never encountered in our lives before. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting with you all, and I'm sure you wouldn't also be spending any time with me otherwise. So, this joy we have come across in Krishna consciousness, this blessing, we cannot put the cause, or the cause is the mercy of devotees. And now, how we can actually offer our gratitude towards this blessing? How can we offer our really heartfelt appreciation or expression of love, say, or expression of this humility towards this blessing? By becoming more greedy for blessings, by hankering for more and more blessings, by desiring more and more blessings, by really wanting to understand the mood of Mahaprabhu, the heart and desire of Mahaprabhu, the benediction of Mahaprabhu. So we continue Gajendra's prayers of surrender, text 12. It goes, I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Vasudev, who is all-pervading, to the Lord's fierce form as Lord Narasimhadev, to the Lord's form as an animal, Lord Varahadev, to the Lord Dattatreya, who preached impersonalism, to Lord Buddha, and to all the others incarnations. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has no material qualities, but to accept the three qualities, goodness, passion, and ignorance, within this material world. I also offer my respectful obeisances unto the impersonal Brahman effulgence. We'll go through some translations, and again at any point we can take some comments or any additions and any questions, answers, or if at all any clarifications. I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the super soul, the superintendent of everything, and the witness of all that occurs. You are the Supreme Person, the origin of material nature and of the total material energy. You are also the owner of the material body. Therefore, you are the Supreme Complete. I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. So, see, it's like quite a few obeisances we will see throughout. But us now, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there is no obeisances involved. No, not at all. The mood is completely different. Golokera Premadhana Harinama Sankirtan. This is the Premadhana of Golok Vrindavan, of Aprakat Vrindavan, Nitya Vrindavan. That complete Rasa Mantra. My Lord, you are the observer of all the objectives of the senses. Without your mercy, there is no possibility of solving the problem of doubts. The material world is just like a shadow resembling you. Indeed, one accepts this material world is real because it gives a glimpse of your existence. One of the basic understanding, like someone devotee is good-minded. The very fact that we exist, God exists. The very fact kind of that I exist, then it implies, it means yeah, God exists. Just some bit of good-minded sort of is needed, and we can be rest assured of the existence of God. Just little bit of this simplicity is required. Only that is, Sri Krishna is asking. Some bit of simplicity, some bit of sincerity, some bit of willingness. And it is a fact, without Krishna's mercy, there is no possibility of solving the problem of doubts or any other thing for that matter. And we don't know how many doubts we are carrying actually. There are some doubts in the subconscious mind, some sleeping or some maybe a bit active, or actually when we spontaneously hear, read or come across something or listen something, and maybe we start questioning. Or when we see transcendental personalities, realize souls and all, and actually what calculations goes in our head, and if we are judging, calculating, many thoughts would come in our head. It's all originating from this doubting mentality, say from there. Some are Nitya Siddha, eternal associate, like in the temple we are studying Prahlad Maharaj Pastime. Prahlad Maharaj is a Nitya Siddha Parshad of Lord Narasimhadev. He is an eternal associate of Lord Narasimhadev. Some are Sadhana Siddha, many some devotees and others, like they become sadhana siddha. Through good sadhana, they attain perfection. We desire to be Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we desire to be Siddha. Our Siddhi is out of Kripa, out of mercy. Siddhi meaning perfection. Our perfection, our attainment. Actually, in Kali Yuga, we cannot do sadhana. We cannot do good sadhana. It is impossible for us to do good sadhana, for us to maintain cleanliness externally and internally, for us to maintain vows, chastity, morality, whatnot. It's very austerity and all. We cannot. And for us is this kai, this call for kripa only throughout. And when we are blessed with kripa, then we can see the dham. We can experience such joy in Krishna consciousness, unparalleled, ever increasing. Alan, did you say you wanted to read from text 15?
My Lord, you are the cause of all causes, but you yourself have no cause. Therefore, you are the wonderful cause of everything. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the shelter of the Vedic knowledge contained in the Sastras like the Pancharatras and the Vedanta Sutra, which are your representations and who are the source of the Parampara system. Because it is you who can give liberation, you are the only shelter for all transcendentalists. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Krishna is the cause of all causes. Krishna is the Mool Narayan, the original Narayan. Is the original, say, Lord Vishnu or any Narayan Murti. Krishna is the original Narayan. And there is no cause of Krishna. We are also not caused as such. Krishna says, no? In Bhagavad Gita, never was there a time when we did not exist, nor you, these kings, and nor any of us shall cease to be. So it is not like we are created. No, matter is created, matter is annihilated. Spirit is never created, spirit is never annihilated. Like we say, na, how old are we? We are literally as old as Krishna. Literally as old as Krishna. Neither a second less nor a second more. Exactly say as old as Krishna. So, and there's no cause for Krishna say. Likewise, us spirit souls as well, we have been existing since eternity. And now in this human form of life gives us an opportunity to exist for eternity, but in complete bliss, complete pure happiness. We have been existing since eternity, but now we, in this human form of life, perfecting Krishna consciousness, it gives us an opportunity. We will exist until eternity, for eternity, but now for eternity we can exist in loving association with Krishna. We can exist in loving relationship by developing a loving transcendental mood. That opportunity is given to us, and Gajendra is being an inspiration for all of us. Tremendous. There's so many inspirations. Even Dhritarashtra is a source of inspiration for us in Srimad Bhagavatam. How he lived his life and how he took shelter, how he had faith in Vidur. So, Gajendra is inspiring us. Prayers are very powerful, we understand. Only a pure-hearted person can actually pray. Purity is needed to pray, and when we pray, we become more pure. It's a cyclical effect. Perseverance is needed in the practice of Krishna consciousness. Definitely, purity is extremely needed. Prayers. Many people in this world pray. Many people. Those who are not theists as well, say they also pray. The prayer is of a different nature or it's very subtle or something, but still there is some sort of things going on. Those who are theists definitely pray. What do you think of 8.5 billion, roughly the world population? How many would be theist, religious, theist people? Maybe half? Don't know. Can I say how? Huh? Yeah, they are claiming to be or say really religious, somewhat religious, whatever. 4 billion, 3 billion. Okay, let's keep it somewhat 6 billion, 5 billion, whatever numbers say. Of all these theist, religious people and all, going to places of worship, temple, church, wherever say and all. And generally when it comes to prayers, what does it mean? Okay, folding hands, different gestures and all, say closing eyes and all. And thing is, okay, praying, glorifying the Lord, say, making our heart a bit simple and all, and maybe asking for some benediction or offering some prayer, some words of appreciation furthermore. Now, see, is it observed, is it seen in society what? People go to places of worship, church, temple, in their homes as well, and pray, and sometimes in different moods, sometimes in angry mood. God, where are you? Why is all this happening to me? Where are you? God, help. And sometimes, like, God, what are you doing? Oh God, when will you help me? God, I need this. How do I get this, God? Why are you not making it possible? Many of these things. So we have gone many times, or many people, God, where are you? Where are you? I'm in need. I'm in need. Help me. I need this. I need job. I need whatnot sort of thing. Or I need you. But I wonder how many times do you think people, we have gone to temples or places of worship and prayed and asked God, how are you? Millions of times we would have asked, where are you? In a anger mood or whichever mood. Maybe trillions of times we might have asked, when will you give this? Why are you not giving this? Why are you giving me this? I don't want this, I want that. Where are you? What are you doing? But how many times would we have asked, how are you? And it is so therapeutic anyways. In societal life as well, doesn't matter practicing spirituality or not practicing spirituality. If someone comes to me in a message, chat message, phone call, message, personally, email, whatever, how are you? Although we live in a very uh, this robotic sort of life, everything is gone very typical. Sometimes becomes very typical. But this how are you is very soothing, calming. A baby, a child, ask her. And if we hold someone's hand and ask, how are you? Wow. Touching someone, asking someone, how are you? And there's so many, sometimes movies or things are shown, right? Elderly people, elderly grandparents and all, and just asking, how are you? Or we ask elderly parents, how are you? And point being, we have prayed many times, but this Krishna conscious culture teaches us to ask this to God, okay, how are you? How are you, Krishna? Of course, God is fine. God is ecstatic altogether. But yet, see this thing, on our sadhaka's point of view, say something. Krishna is completely happy with his entourage, with his friends, family, everyone is completely in bliss, enjoying newer and newer rasa. But one thing is Krishna is missing out on. What is that one thing? Having a unique relationship with us. That Krishna is missing out. He's not getting, he's very greedy, by the way. And he's not getting he's very possessive as well, just by the way, to be a bit clear. He's slightly greedy, he's slightly possessive, slightly fussy. So he likes attention. Best part is when we give attention to God. That's the best. Then Krishna will put all limelight on us actually. When we Krishna consciousness teaches us to be smart, na Baba. Be smart. This is real smartness. Give attention to God and see what attention, limelight or show light or headlight or whichever light will be shining upon us. Tremendous. Those who come in association with Krishna, Arjuna, or even the Prasudama, the poor Sudama, everyone became Dhanya, Kritat, completely blessed. Dhruva, Sudama, whosoever. What did they do? Essentially, what is Krishna consciousness? Giving attention to Krishna. Krishna Baba, okay, you are the center of attention. Be happy. Take this center of attention lovingly. That is it. And when we give this is being in a loving relationship with Krishna. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevana Bhakti Ruchyate. Pleasing the senses of Krishna, loving Krishna, caring for him, adoring him, pampering him also. Yeah, that is bhakti. And when we do this, we will see. Anyways, in society, like just on this, asking someone, how are you, softens our heart. Huh? And then in society, we help someone, we care for someone, we do something good to someone and all. A bit debatable perhaps, but generally sometimes it is observed, which softens our heart. And when we glorify someone, say a bit, say words of praise to someone and all, it softens our heart. Or definitely in devotee community, in association of devotees, we see when we see good in others, when we glorify devotees, wow, so purifying, glorifying devotees. That's the best purification, glorification of Vaishnavas. That's the real purification, glorifying Vaishnavas. So we experience, then our heart becomes so soft. So if we really want to experience a very soft, loving heart, very peaceful, very jolly heart, then we glorify Krishna. And that is our right. And this is what will put us in the rightful state as well. And this is what Gajendra is realizing, and he's glorifying, and his prayers will advance also. You are a wonderful cause of. So Krishna is everything but my personal love. To some extent, to tiny degrees, some part of my personal love as well, but not in wholesome. Yeah. So Krishna is waiting for that. Why not give him that unique rasa as well? Spiritual world is full of variety, and there's no lack of variety there. Here, times we see, oh, variety also is a troublesome. Like if we are given feast for 4 days, oh, it's too much. Too much. Don't give me so much variety. Don't give me so much options. 12 meal feast for 4 days. No, I want khichdi again. But Krishna, spiritual world full of variety. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo Druma Bhumi Shinta. So we are short of time, but in Brahma Samhita we see the Brahma, out of his deep meditation, he's seeing the spiritual world and he's describing to us the variety in spiritual world. So there is no lack. It is nothing that Krishna cannot handle or digest. You bring in Baba. Putna came, na? Yeah. Putna came to Vraj. What did she bring with her? All kapat, all duplicity, all show bottle, all falsity. What did she bring? She was a Putna, and she had smeared poison in her breast, and she went what? With this desire, idea, mood, intensity that, okay, I'm going to breastfeed Krishna. And I'm going to kill Krishna. She went with that motive. And she was very clear that this is what I'm going to do. She had made this plan and she executed. She went also with this. The only drawback in her plan was she went in a Vaishnavi attire. She went as in a gopi attire. That was just the only drawback, say, in her plan. So she went there and she knocked at Yashoda's door, ding dong. Yashoda opened the door, and Yashoda and Rohini were there. Krishna was there and playing, and this Putna went in Gopika dress, Vaishnavi dress, so beautifully dressed, and so sweetly she's talking with Yashoda and Rohini that where is Lala? Where is Lala? I heard Lala is born. Where is Krishna? Oh, and then they bring Krishna from the and they bring Krishna, and this Putna takes Krishna from Yashoda in her arms, and Yashoda lovingly gives, and the way she's caressing Krishna, loving Krishna and all, so all false. Externally, oh, I love you so much, sentient. So all false, all fake, all very ill and very evil motive. Eh? But internally very ill, evil motive, but externally showing, oh, I love you so much. Krishna can read everyone's mind, and he can digest everything. He knows what is fake, what is not fake. Okay, fine. Play on. You are also playing drama. Why not I join in? Krishna likes drama, na? He also joined in, fine. And Yashoda and Rohini, they're watching all of this, and they are feeling a bit embarrassed. Oh, we think we are mothers, we know how to look after a child and all, but look at her love and all. See, Sakshat Narayani, Lakshmi Devi came from the heavenly world, transcendental world to bless our love. All this they are thinking. And then Putna, she starts breastfeeding Krishna. Krishna is greedy, as we know. He can handle anything, digest anything. Okay, fine, bring it on. Krishna is every sort of plan. He's every plan B, C, D, whatever. He has every trick as this up his sleeve and all. And he so lovingly, he drank the breast milk of Putna. It completely sucked the life air of Putna and gave her what? Matri Gati. This Dhatri Gati. The destination, gave her what? Nurse, that made her mother. Putna accepted her as mother because she came in this gopi dress. Krishna said, anyways, we are a bit short of time, but we'll see. This beautiful Prabhupada writes a little bit in the purport, and our acharyas give good commentary. And we can see this pastime in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 6 is Krishna killing Putna. So, just on this, Krishna closes his eyes. He closes his eyes as he is having the milk of Putna. And our acharyas give various reasons, commentaries on this point of Krishna closing his eye. Now, see, many of our, rather all say of our acharyas commentaries and all, and Jiva Goswami confirms this. He says that as long as the reason, the logic, or the thing is not violating rasa, as long as it is giving nourishment to the rasa, it is fine, it is siddhantic. Because we may wonder, oh, how is it? Is it transcendental? Is it principally correct or not? And all, but as long as it is not violating the rasa. So we won't go through all of the, say, commentaries of our acharyas or the points they say why Krishna closes his eye while he's being breastfed with Putna. But to say one of the things, Krishna closes his eyes, he's thinking, oh my gosh, what happened? Here I am, what, 5 days, 6 days or something, old and all of this, and this is the first operation I have to do, or this is the first thing which has come about in me, what? To face with a demoness, to face with a woman. I mean, how will I save myself from this woman's movement and or from this thing? This is the come to me that I have to face a woman and I have to kill a woman. I have to take the life of a woman. So Krishna closes his eyes and he's thinking, what plan do I do? Some say Krishna goes in yoga nidra. He goes in yoga, deep meditation, and he's meditating. What is he meditating? He's trying to look, has this Putna done any good in her past life? Any slight good that, okay, I can spare her life or I can do something. Say, Krishna closes his eyes and he's praying to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, you come. You are Nilkantha, you come. And you drink this poison, Baba. You take the poison, leave the milk for me. I like milk, you take poison, you can handle poison, you come. So some of these points, and Krishna closes his eyes and he's trying to think, what, if any good, this Putna has done? And what Krishna sees, what? Oh, she has come in a Gopika dress. She likes the dress of gopis. She likes dressing like this, the makeup of gopis, the shingar, the beauty, the makeup, the hairstyle and everything. And she's so friendly with my mom, Yashoda, Rohini, wow. let me make her my mother. She's come to breastfeed me. So I think we will see on the screen. I cannot afford like so. Sukdev Goswami, before becoming say Sukdev Goswami, in the sense when he was still running in the woods and all, and before he started speaking on Srimad Bhagavatam, his father Vyasdev ji, pure devotee of Krishna, literally incarnation of Krishna, he was praying to educate Sukdev Goswami in this transcendental science in Krishna Katha. And he was desiring, oh my son, you do Krishna Katha, you relish and you speak the pastime of Krishna. But Sukdev Goswami, he didn't want to get into any sort of maya, or he was like, no, I just want to run in the woods and I just want to go in meditation and impersonal meditation. So what did devotees explain? What? That Vyasdev ji, he made his disciples and all search Sukdev Goswami and quote 2 shlokas from Srimad Bhagavatam, glorifying the mercy of Krishna and the beauty of Krishna. Glorifying the heart of Krishna and the beauty of Krishna. And it is permanently hearing these 2 shlokas, Sukdev Goswami was startled altogether. Oh my God, wow, who is this personality? Let me hear more, let me hear more. And then Sukdev Goswami heard more from Vyasdev ji and all, and then he spoke Bhagavad Gita. So, coming to the thing, there's nothing that Krishna cannot digest, nothing that Krishna cannot handle. So Krishna, he easily handled Putna, he easily handled the poison she brought and everything, even though with evil intention, but Krishna saw the good in there and blessed Putna. How much? So we see this in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 2nd chapter, text 23. This is Uddhav Maharaj telling to Vidurji, though beautiful dialogue they have, Uddhav and Vidura. And in here 3 to 23, we see how beautifully like the mercy of Krishna, the heart of Krishna, the kindness of Krishna. Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam jigam sayapyaya priya sadvi. Asadvi, not saintly. Lebe gatim dhatriuchitam tattvanyam kamva dayalam sharanam brajema. And then read translation. Amazing translation.
Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than he who granted the possession of mother to a she-demon? Although she was unfaithful and she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast.
So this Aho Bakiyam Stan Kalakutam, in her breast she had put this dreadful poison, horrible poison. Bakiyam, Putna, she used to drink the blood of children, eat them, kill them, have their blood. Proper demoness. Jigam saya pyaya api asadvi. Very evil desire, evil intent, and such unsaintly asadvi. But what did Krishna do? Leve gatim dati gatam anyam. He gave him the position of mother. Who can be more merciful than Krishna? So that is what we see. And this Bhagavatam is amazing if we can situate ourselves in this Bhagavad culture altogether. So Gajendra, he is also praying this. You are the only shelter for all transcendentalists. Blessed are those souls who have found a shelter in life. Doesn't matter theist or atheist. Even if atheist, everyone is looking for a shelter. Everyone has some sort of shelter. But blessed are those souls who have found the shelter in Lord Shri Krishna. Even blessed are those who have found the shelter in Vaishnavas. Even blessed say who have found the shelter in Vaishnavas and Guru Maharaj. That is ultimate confirmation. So we continue reading a bit more, and I think we are in text 16 now. Maybe Ishwari, would you be okay reading some translations?
My lord, as the fire in a Rani wood is covered, you and your unlimited knowledge are covered by the material modes of nature. Your mind, however, is not attentive to the activities of the modes of nature. Those who are advanced in spiritual knowledge are not subject to the regulative principles directed in the Vedic literatures. Because such advanced souls are transcendental, you personally appear in their pure minds. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Each and every shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam is so heart-relishing. And it's true, if we can understand one shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna consciousness overall, our life will attain perfection altogether. Every shloka is pointing, see, us, we live in this conditioned world, we have a deeply conditioned mind, and also along with deeply, it is badly conditioned as well, heavily conditioned as well. So what we need, our mind finds it very good when things are a bit structured, when things are given sections, like Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, chapter 3, text 16, or Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 4, text 124, 124. So when things are given structured, we find it very nice for our mind to take in. But essentially, shloka, what it is, okay, shloka and all, this is not like any jugglery, or the real thing is getting the essence, the message, the meaning. And what purport, okay, fine, for someone new in Krishna consciousness, it could be too head spinning, maybe. Oh, shloka, translation, purport, how does it? But essentially, what is purport? Purports are nothing but the realizations of our acharyas. It's nothing but the meditation. It's the glorification, Prabhupada's meditation, Prabhupada's glorification of Lord Shri Krishna. Prabhupada's realizations, Prabhupada's loving sentiments, surrender, everything. That is purport. And we relish them and we follow in footsteps. Devotional service is relishing the bhakti of others. Is glorifying the bhakti of others. So we see here, like as the fire in Arani wood is covered, you and your unlimited knowledge are covered by the material modes of nature. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Prakash, so I'm covered by this veil of material modes. Matter has no access to Krishna. Prakasha Sarvasya Yoga Maya Samavrita. So your mind, however, is not attentive to the activities of modes of nature. Matter can never excite, appeal, interest, or overwhelm Krishna. We get overwhelmed materially, but Krishna consciousness now is to get overwhelmed spiritually by doing good japa, by introspection, and what isolation. Such a tremendous benefit. Isolation or living in good association. If we are struggling to find inspiring association or like-minded association, it is extremely important in our gradual practice and in our gradual elevation of Krishna consciousness to have like-minded association. Bhagavad Bhakti means bhakti with a mood, with a bhav. Without mood, bhav, there is no bhakti. As like two drunkards, when they meet each other, they feel very joyous, happy. Oh wow, I met my friend. He's into drinking. He loves drinking. I love drinking, and we are going to have fun. Two gamblers, when they meet each other. Likewise, the joy of two like-minded devotees or like-minded devotees reading, hearing, in a particular mood, in a particular bhav. So that is where Krishna is present. Krishna becomes alive. He comes out there altogether. Otherwise, Krishna is never overwhelmed materially. Since eternity, we have been overwhelmed, but spirituality, and now we have an opportunity to be overwhelmed, but spiritually. Complete in this Krishna consciousness, it should actually hit us on the face, hit us hard on the face. It should shake us up altogether. And Gajendra, he's shaken up. He's seeing death face to face. Our problem is, or maybe my problem is, I don't see that, or I live in a very casual mode, casual attitudes. In throughout all sections of spirituality, a spiritual practitioner is one who never loses sight of death. As a good student is one who never loses sight of his examination date, examination time, thesis submission timelines, and all of this, right? Dissertation. Someone who is working does not lose sight of his reporting timelines, work deliveries, and things. Likewise, a sports person doesn't lose sight when is his fight and participation competition day. So a sadhaka is one who never loses sight of death. But this is across all paths, faith, spirituality. For us, Gaudiya Vaishnava is who never loses sight of the lotus feet of the divine couple. That is not something we hanker for that, we wait for that, but that is just for to give our body, say, this material body. That is such a glorious opportunity or a waiting time as such to enter into transcendence, to enter into the eternal engagement of the loving divine couple. That should be our hankering, real hankering. Those who are advanced in spiritual knowledge are not subject to the regulative principles directed in the Vedic literatures. So spirituality, Krishna consciousness is not just following rules or all about rules and regulation. Mahaprabhu says, Mahaprabhu's teaching is what? Smartavya satatam Vishnu, vismartavya na jatuchit. Smartavya, always remember Krishna. Vismartavya na jatuchit. Never forget Krishna. See, in Kali Yuga, we are a very interesting species. We are quite interesting species in the sense, if we are told a simple thing, okay, go to Tesco and get a box of milk, a bottle of milk, and get what? Whole milk, sort of thing. And then later on, say we are told 4 items: get milk, get bananas, get cheese, get oranges. But don't forget to bring whole milk. Don't forget this. Get this. So Mahaprabhu, from all angles, Smartavya Satatam Vishnu, always remember Krishna. But because we are Kali Yuga species, a bit special, so never forget Krishna. Vismartavya na jatuchit, sarva vidhi nishedashyo, etayo reva kinkara. All rules and regulations are meant to serve this principle only. We are not any after rules and regulation. What have we got to do with rules and regulations? We are only after pleasing Krishna. So humility pleases Krishna, all these rules and regulations, so we follow it. We follow, otherwise, particularly, we do not have as such. And Krishna appears through purity prayers, so you personally appear in the pure minds, like Krishna appeared in the mind of Vasudeva. And through the mind of Vasudeva, he transferred himself to the heart of Devaki. For us also, the sooner we realize we don't have that purity, the better it will be. And this is why we sing the prayers of our acharyas, the bhajans, the songs of our acharyas. They have got transcendental purity. They have made it, attained it, and they have left as their mercy, as remnant for us to really aspire, desire. So it is only through purity and this loving sentiment that Krishna can be captured, and advanced transcendentally souls have got that purity. Gajendra's prayer, Gajendra is helping us understand how to take shelter. So in such a helpless state, such an anxious state he is. And he has seen the world as in all his female wives, children, everyone, but no help. No help. Ultimately, eventually, finally, ultimately, Krishna is the only help for each one of us. So what comes finally, why not make it immediately? Why to go that far say? So Gajendra also encouraging us. Death has never been easy as such for anyone. And even if someone had an easy death, what good is it if there is no remembrance of Krishna? Say? Since an animal such as I has surrendered unto you, this is text 17, you are supremely liberated. Certainly you will release me from this dangerous position. Indeed, being extremely merciful, you incessantly try to deliver me. By your partial features, Paramatma, you are situated in the hearts of all the embodied beings. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge and you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, throughout in these prayers, one thing we can notice what Gajendra is in a very in fight and he's experiencing immense pain, physical, mental, all sorts of from this crocodile. But we never notice Gajendra is blaming the crocodile in his prayers. We never notice that he is cursing the crocodile in his prayer. We never see that he is having any fault or grudge or negativity with the crocodile. And in such deep pain, he is offering such sweet, gentle. Look, in our healthy state or in my healthy state, I cannot come up with this vision, this prayer, these thoughts, this I know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Okay, job done, fine. Move on. Yeah. See, one of the things when we come to temple room, morning, evening, whichever time, taking darshan of deities, I just try to see for myself. Say, one of the in our Vaishnava culture, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Raganuga Bhakti say, one of the most critical, desirable, and say difficult is this Smarananga Bhakti, this remembrance of Krishna. Remembrance can only come about when we have listened. Listening is the key to success in Krishna consciousness. So don't leave, please. Listening definitely is the key to success in Krishna consciousness. Only one who is a good listener will actually can relish these pastimes. And then only we can glorify. Then only we can remember. And remembrance is such subtle, such subtle. What do we remember? What we hold dear to. Yeah? Many thoughts come in our life. There's been surveys, stats, and all research done. God knows how many hundreds or thousands of thoughts come in our lives. Everyone's lives on a daily basis. Going to bed, so many dreams, so many thoughts, wanted, unwanted, related, unrelated. Wonder how come practicing Krishna consciousness 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, whatever years, how come such dreams, such thought coming and all? So many things. So remembrance, what will come, what is strong in our conscious, subconscious mindset, that is going to come. What we are attached to, what we desire, crave. So when we come to temple and take darshan of the deities, actually how long can we take darshan? How long can we communicate? How long can we admire them, relish them, see their beauty? How long can we speak with them? How long can we offer our prayers to them? How long can we smile with them? And how soon our mind says, okay, move on, next activity, move on, next thing, leave, getting late, sort of. So it's tremendously difficult to meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. Tremendously difficult. It's it's tremendously difficult to remember Krishna. Living with healthy body, say, everything fine, health, money, everything fine, good community and all, yet remembrance of Krishna. So Gajendra is here inspiring us to help us understand what does it mean actually to take shelter, how to take shelter, what mood, what prayers, everything to offer. Maria, would be okay reading 18?
Thanks, Prabhu. My Lord, those who are completely freed from material contamination always meditate upon you within the cores of their hearts. You are extremely difficult to attain for those like me who are too attached to mental concoction, home, relatives, friends, money, servants, and assistants. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, uncontaminated by the modes of nature. You are the reservoir of all enlightenment, the Supreme Controller. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Beautiful prayer, no? This is the standard. Who can meditate upon Krishna, who can think of Krishna, who can be Krishna conscious, who can be in love with Krishna. One who is free from material contamination, one who is through with material desires, exhausted with material desires. Krishna is supremely pure. For us to attain him, we have to come to a level of purity. And acknowledging that he is too attached to mental concoction, home, relatives, servants, money, assistants, whatnot, friends and all. Again and again we say the ultimate difficult or the only difficult thing for us to give up is what? Give up our ignorance. That is the only thing Krishna is asking. Give up your so-called knowledge, because our so-called knowledge is so-called only, or rather our knowledge is a pool of ignorance only. It is ignorance which is tremendously difficult to give up. See, so Krishna says, "Sarva dhamman parittajya mam ekam sharanam vraja." If we see what we have taken shelter of, nothing but ignorance only. Different levels of ignorance, different grades, categories of ignorance only we have taken shelter of. And this is why real advancement in Krishna consciousness begins when we take Guru Padashraya, when we take the shelter of a divine transcendental personality. Then real bhakti begins actually. Then Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalagaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Then this, through the torchlight of knowledge, this ignorance is all cast out altogether. Throughout Bhagavatam, what is Bhagavatam? The sum and substance of Bhagavatam is Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the Supreme Controller, he is everyone's shelter, and it's like helping us to come to a stage wherein we take shelter of Krishna. We understand and we wholeheartedly, truly, lovingly, we take shelter of Krishna. And if we see Kunti Maharani's prayers or Vitrasura's prayers also, who does Krishna consider himself as who does Krishna consider as his own? Those who are akinchana, those who have no sense of possession, material possession, or whose only belongingness is Krishna only. Those who have given up pride and all. Those who are not after name, fame, pride, no subtle enjoyment and all. Say a question and then maybe we'll do a Vaishnava song. Say, yeah, a question. What is it we cannot live with? Or what is it we should not live with? A bit of a vague, maybe let me try to help myself. What is it that we cannot live with? What is it we should not live with? So, in Mahabharata and actually in Vedic literatures, we see what? To keep it a bit concise and short, there's another 4 things in common between humans and animals. Ahar, Nidra, Bhay, Maithun. Eating, sleeping, sense gratification, mating, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. This protection, shelter. These are so This is common across all of us, all living entities, plants, animals, us. This eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So, what has to become my need? What is it that I cannot live without? These things, four things, and again, taste or taste. Actually, Krishna consciousness is very simple if we see. It is simple for the simple-hearted, definitely. What even an atheist or theist, whosoever, we cannot live without these four. What? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So, what is it that I cannot live without, or I should not live without? Can I live without eating? Can a yogi live without eating? Howsoever tremendously good a yogi will be, he will still have something, maybe a peanut, but he will have something once a day or something. He will drink something. So eating or drinking is something, it's a need. It is something that I cannot live without. I cannot give up eating and drinking. Then sleeping. Howsoever good a yogi be, he will sleep. Maybe seconds, minutes, some hours, but will sleep. Howsoever good a businessman, occupied politician, cannot give up eating, cannot give up drinking, cannot give up sleeping. Then protection, defending or shelter. Doesn't matter howsoever big a businessman, politician or yogi, they all need protection, shelter. How good a yogi, still he will want some protection, shelter from the natural forces, natural calamities of things like that. So, and there's no harm. Fine. Vedic literatures encourage us eat. Vedic literatures encourage us, okay, this sleep, take good rest, and then shelter, protection. But there is one thing which we should give up. We can give up and we should give up. Sense gratification. If we really want to have a appealing senses in Krishna consciousness, as in relish Krishna consciousness, we have to give up material sense gratification. Yes, Alan, you are saying something? Yeah. So, thank you, Alan. Nice question. Some devotees, it can be seen that the sense gratification lies in eating. To begin with, it is fine. So to begin with, we come with whatever conception or something, and yet we find so much of relish or sense gratification in prasadam. So fine. Like devotees say this, like Prabhupada quoted, saying devotees say what Prabhupada said, for 6 months eat up to the neck. One can eat up to the neck. So fine, relish prasadam. I seen in Prabhupada Lilamrita, Prabhupada himself used to make a bowl of gulab jamuns. He would keep in the center of that hall, and big gulab jamuns with liquid, with rasa, with juice, and just to entice them, and then he will give them big gulab jamuns. So that, okay, yes, relish prasadam, and it is allowed, it is given, okay, prasadam is there. But again, Krishna consciousness, at one point, it becomes a very individual practice as well. Or it has to become, or it becomes it is an collective and an individual's journey as well. So we have to watch out for ourselves. I have to watch out for myself. Other devotees, they are anyways far advanced and excelling. In my particular practice journey and in my particular pleasing Vaishnavas, a day, a time has to come about in my consciousness, in my practice, that I stop eating prasadam and I start honoring prasadam, or I start relishing prasadam. In Mahaprabhu's pastimes, his associates, we see they used to honor lots and lots of prasadam, relish, and no problem, no stomach ache or anything. And we see also many devotees, it is through the consciousness when we see prasadam as non-different from Krishna, as the mercy of Krishna, and in that consciousness, in that mood, in that light. When we take prasadam, then it is not sense gratification. Externally, maybe, oh, it's too much. But it is the consciousness we want to develop. It is the consciousness wherein we see prasadam as prasadam and we honor and relish prasadam. And in our individual journey, yes, the point has to come wherein I give up this eating habit. Eating is not for us. Eating is not for us. Respecting or honoring is for us. Vaishnava means a gentleman, a gentle person. A gentle person doesn't eat. Eat is in the sense, okay, lording it over material nature. That sort of consciousness connotation comes about. A Vaishnava honors prasadam. He relishes prasadam. And in our practical, in our personal practice, yes, prasadam intake is very, one should be very careful. One should watch out actually. Where do we draw a line? How much we take? And it affects our sleep. It affects our next japa and everything. So it is very important in our excellence of Krishna consciousness that we don't indulge in as such in eating prasadam. We relish and we honor prasadam, and everything should help us, in the way to becoming a pure devotee. So at one stage, it has to come about as, like we said, no, it has to hit us on the face. So how much like this in our personal practice? I'm not here to see anyone like, oh, you should take or not take less and this and that. No one's authority. But for myself, yes, I should look into my intake of prasadam. To begin with is fine. To begin with is fine, but a point should come in our journey, in our practice, and which will come when we are actively praying. When we are actively praying and in good association, a strong desire that, okay, giving up sense gratification has to come. Does this somewhat answer your questions? You can take the microphone maybe.
A person requires food for sustenance, and if you're only having prasadam, that's got to be your sustenance. But apart from it just being for your body and for your spiritual development, if you're relishing the taste, if you're taking like some sort of extra enjoyment from that, could that become an issue for an individual because they may be looking forward to that? It's another thing they're enjoying that's material. Or is this not an issue because it's just prasad?
It is a subject matter of our consciousness. The residing place of bhakti, where does bhakti reside? It doesn't reside in the mind. It does not reside in the intellect. It does not as such reside in the speech. It resides in the consciousness, meaning the heart. And what is in the heart is what will go in our mind, in our head, or in our speech, in our intellect. Say. Bhakti is Chitta-Dipna. It resides in the consciousness of the living entity. So externally it could be cake, say, or whatever, say, gulab jamun, say. But how do we see again? If we see it as prasadam or do we see it as this? This is like, again, I think a personal thing. And one has to assess, one has to see. We know someone human being is actually intelligent. A human being can differentiate between right and wrong, good and bad. What to speak of a devotee? Little introspection if we do, and I can work out, yes, am I indulging or sense gratification, or am I honoring prasadam? And then depends like personally how willing, active, or what sort of association, or how I'm honoring association. What is my understanding of Krishna consciousness? It can so much become like spiritual illusion, as if I'm fooling myself in Krishna consciousness. I'm jumping up and down, left and right, high and low, doing everything. But why is it I'm not getting attachment? In Krishna, we aspire that minimum attachment towards the Lordship we should be having. So one of the things could it be, am I eating food or eating prasadam, or honoring or relishing prasadam? Relish is fine, relish is allowed. which is the mercy of the Lord. We relish the mercy of the Lord. Why don't we want Krishna to we want Krishna to relish the prasadam, na? And what is prasadam? It is like the food, say, which is touched by the saliva of Krishna, and we relish it. We look forward to it. Wow. Huh? It is the remnant of Krishna. So that relish is allowed altogether. Like dancing in Kirtan is allowed, yes. It's the best. To dance, clapping Kirtan. So many mundane spiritual moralists don't clap. You kill germs, don't clap and all. But Krishna consciousness has not got that mundane moralist philosophy, no. We clap in the holy name, we play kartals, we play mridanga, we dance the holy name. And that ways the whole environment becomes purified. So every bacteria in the environment becomes purified. So when we honor prasadam, so many bacteria, living organisms and all, and becoming purified altogether. So that relishment is allowed. Why? When we see this relishment as a remnant of Krishna, as the mercy of Krishna, and we become Krishna conscious. And a stage has to come in that we don't count how many chapatis do I want, how many this do I want and all. Yeah. It is then a stage has to come about wherein we honor, not honor. It is to go into to really strengthen my remembrance of Krishna. Krishna is easily. What is stopping between me and Krishna? There is no stopping. There is no lock in the spiritual world. We lock the temple sometime or every night actually, but there is no lock in the spiritual world. No, there is no lock. Jivan mukta sa uchyate na. Even living in this world, we can experience transcendence. We can attain, and we have to experience. Before attaining that run, we have to experience transcendence in this run. If we don't experience in this run, we can never make it to that run. So it depends on one's individual's consciousness level. How do we see prasadam? What is our understanding of prasadam? If we see it as the mercy of the Lord, then we want to dive into that mercy. We want to hold on to that mercy. We want to relish that mercy. Why not? But that relish, it's a fine line or a thin, thick line. Am I relishing, or in the name of prasadam, am I doing sense gratification, some material sense gratification? Even if one is doing, still it is good. Even though, but still he's taking Krishna prasadam. The purification could be on a slow track. But we cannot say that he's not getting purified, or he's not on the way to Krishna. Just could be on a slow track. Now, everything is open. Books are there. Everything is there. It comes more to an individual person's practice and all. If we want to keep ourselves in a slow track or on a fast track. Does this somewhat answer your question, Alan? So we are a bit short of time. I think we did till text. Any other questions, comments, or maybe we sing a short Vaishnava song and see, we'll continue. We can try maybe Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga. Kishi Gauranga, Mayapur Sashi ki. Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga. Leh Gaurange Naam Re Bhaja Bhaj Gauranga, Kah Gauranga, Leh Gaurange Naam Re. Jai Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se hoy amar pran re. Jai Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se hoy amar pran re. भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लह गौरांगेर नाम रे गौरांग भजिल गौरांग बोलिया दुबा तुलिया गौरांग नाचिया नाचिया बेड़ाओ रे गौरांग बोलिया दुबा तुलिया नाचिया नाचिया बेड़ाओ रे भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लह गौरांगेर नाम रे गौरांग भजिले गौरांग जपिले गौरांग दुखेर अवसान रे गौरांग भजिले गौरांग जपिले दुखेर अवसान रे भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लह गौरांगेर नाम रे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Gauranta Bhagwan ki. So Ellen, read the translation. It says what? Yes.
Those who worship Lord Gauranga as indeed my life and soul. On chanting Gauranga, whoever is around stays dancing and dancing. By chanting Gauranga and worshiping him, one's miseries will end.
So this is what we want to relish, na? Gauranga Buliya, Dubahu Tuliya. Calling out the name of Gauranga, raising both our hands. But Nachiya Nachiya Bedare. Actually, Mahaprabhu, na, when he was say ordained or initiated by Ishwar Chandra Puri and given this Mahamantra to chant. Now this is Siksha Mahaprabhu giving us who can initiate, who can accept Mahaprabhu as a disciple. Say. But Mahaprabhu, when he was given this mantra, Hare Krishna mantra to chant, Mahaprabhu later on tells Ishwar Chandra Puri, what have you given to me? I've become mad. You made me mad. People call me mad and I also feel mad. I'm going crazy, like I cannot stop chanting. And when I chant, I dance. And when I start dancing, I cannot stop dancing. So what disease have you put on me? Also? So this is what we aspire. We want to relish. This is the real sense. We want to have this sense gratification. So we want to have this proper, this is proper Krishna consciousness, becoming real greedy for real sense enjoyment, but eternally. This is something, because it is, the cause is Krishna, it is associated with Krishna. Krishna being the shelter, it is completely pure. And soul by nature, we are hankering for bliss altogether. We are hankering for that. So maybe to thank you again for your kind participation, encouragement, and continue kindly blessing us, and thank you for tolerating us. And maybe I feel a bit encouraged if we can read the translation of Chaitanya Chaitamrit Adi Lila, chapter 4, text 124. And if Natalie, you could be okay to read, the mic is there.
The love of Radhika is my teacher, and I am her dancing pupil. Her prema makes me dance various novel dances.
We just do all dances. So we want to dance, and yeah, all of that. And again, I'm reminded of, and so I think this ties in as well with your Prashalam questions. Again, I'm reminded actually, as I told someone asked, a good friend asked this question. And this is a question for all of us to meditate and think and take upon, say, and kindly help us with this question in finding the answer. Say, what is that quality? What is that quality, emotion, trait, which is a liability in material life, but it is a pure asset in pure spirituality, in pure Krishna consciousness? A quality and emotion which is a curse, which is a complete blessing, which we all desire, which we all crave, want to have, we look for, hanker for, in which is the best in material life, but worst in spiritual life. It is a curse in pure Krishna consciousness. Prestige. See, Krishna Bhakti who does, he gets lots of prestige, he becomes famous. Arjuna was famous, Ramananda is in Samvad with Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu, Ramananda asks, right, of all the prestige, what is the highest prestige? Mahaprabhu asks Ramananda, right? Ramananda replies, what? The prestige of being called a Krishna Bhakta. There goes the Krishna Bhakta. So there is good scope, there is very much prestige is allowed for in Krishna consciousness. It's just not that we go for that prestige and now. Our desire is to please the Lord, but there is scope for prestige. Prestige will come. Krishna will give us this prestige. But that quality, we wouldn't want it, Krishna cannot give it also. A quality, an emotion, a trait, which we desire. It doesn't matter atheist or theist. Krishna consciousness is non-sectarian. It is beyond atheism and theism. So thank you for your kind participation. We're always short of time, say. And thank you for your tolerance. We can all meditate and think on this question. And yeah, we can see. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, नित्य गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल।